Charities Balbo USA. Karibu
Yes,
sana.
asante.
Yes, so leo tunataka utuintroduce kwa hii topic yako, everything that you need to kutufunza leo.
Yes. So, guys, today we are going to talk about what you require when you fill out your DV 2022. I was here before and I talked about it. The green card, it's going on. It's still going on right now, and it will end on November 9th. So I hope that you have gotten your passport, because you really require your passport, and also you require your photos. And when I was here last time, I was talking about the people who have not gone to high school. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the photo. I'm going to talk about how you can remove the background from your photo, and so that like you have everything ready. And before you go to remove the background, I'm going to talk about what the DV lottery requires of your photo. So the first thing that I am going to talk about is the job requirement, because I said that I would talk about that. This is for someone who has not gone to high school, because we say that anybody can apply for the green card, but there is that hindrance that can make you not to proceed before, but to proceed after you have won your green card. Now, if you have reached Form 4, you have your Form 4 certificate, you do not need any work experience, because I know people are getting lost over there and they're like, I am a teacher or I am a secretary. What work experience do I qualify? Now, when I talk about work experience, I am talking to that person who did not go to high school, because they will need an equivalent, something to show that even if I did not go to high school, I have worked, and this is my work experience. So I am going to share my screen here so that I can show you guys. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen here and go to this website over here. And I want you guys to tell me if you can see the screen. I want you guys to tell me if you can see the screen. They can see the screen, right? So this is the website that you go to, o.net online. This is where you are looking for your job experience, because you want to know if your job experience matches, and they want you to have a certain category with a certain range. So you really have to know, because not all jobs qualify, and that job, if it qualifies, you have to have worked there at least 2 years minimum of that kind of job. Now, when you go to o.online, now I am on the website here. You come here to this red button, you say find occupations, and you click on that. So I am going to type like 3 kinds of jobs so that you guys can see. For example, I am going to do like an interior designer. We see if an interior designer qualifies, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how you know, does my job qualify, because that is what we are looking for. Now, when you come to interior designers, you find that all these jobs are going to open up for you. And when they open up for you, you're going to click on here. If you click on here, you do not need all these. What you need to do is to come down here, all the way down here, and you go to this place called the Job Zone. In the Job Zone, you will read the title. The title, this one says Job Zone 4, considerable preparation needed. Now, if you're an interior designer, your title is a Job Zone 4, and then you come here, down here, there is something here written SVP range, Special Vocational Program range. So that range is 7.0 to 8.0. You find that this kind of job will qualify. It will qualify. So maybe you went to a primary school and you were not able to go to high school, but you went ahead and became an interior designer. You find that this one will qualify for you. Now, let me go back and look for another job here, maybe a barber. We see if that qualifies, because we want to see which jobs will qualify and which jobs I'm not going to qualify. So here I click there on barbers. We see what is the range of that job. Now, when you come here, You see, the job zone for a Baba is job zone 3, medium preparation needed. When you go to the SVP range, here it says 6.0 to less than 7.0. Now, this one does not qualify. This one is not going to qualify you to be for the DV after you have won, because when you're filling out your paperwork after you have won, you have to show proof that you have done that job. Now, let me look for a chef. I'm going to look for a chef. Said I'm going to look for 3. We see if this one will qualify. When you go to a chef, you'll go all the way down here. This one is a job zone 3, and it's an SVP range of 6.0 to 7.0. Now, why am I doing that, or why am I telling you to do that? Why I'm telling you to do that is that so that you can know, because you find that they do not limit anybody from applying for the green card, but the elimination comes in after you have won. Because if your job does not qualify, if it does not qualify, then you will not proceed to fill out your DS260, because after you have won, the people who will apply right now, they will check in May. When they check in May, if you have been selected, you have to process further. There is a form that you'll have to fill called a DS260. And in that DS260 is where they will want you to prove what is your job. Even if you didn't go to high school, what job are you doing? So when I look and I analyze the DV program, I see like, yes, you can apply, but you will be hindered by the job that you are doing. So the best thing is to have the Form 4 certificate. And if you do not have, the green card comes every year. It comes every year, and still you have that dream. I want to go to the US. And the only thing that is hindering you is that Form 4 certificate. You can look for ways that you can get it. As you can even go to school, look for ways to get it so that you can have it. Because if you have the Form 4 certificate, you do not need to go through all that hurdle of looking for the job experience, because they will require that when you win your green card. And they do not, Americans, they really don't care. So long if you don't have all the requirements, they are going to kick you out, because you find that when people are selected for the DV, most people have applied, but only very few people get the visa. And this is because when they are allocating the visas, they are on only 55,000 visas. Now, you find that the people who have won are so many. And for them to be able to eliminate all these people, they look at the mistakes that the people have made. You applied, yes. Where is your minimum work experience? If you do not if you do not have that, you are not going to proceed. But I typed the interior designer, I typed the barber, and I typed the chef. Now, you find that most people are having those jobs, but they have already gone up to Form 4. If you have already gone up to Form 4, you don't have to go and check the ONET online database. That is where I checked for you to see if your job qualifies. So I hope you guys understand that part, because that's a very, very important part when you're applying for your DV. Because you see, right now, before it was easier because you did not require a passport or anything. You just required the little photos. And I'm going to talk about photos here in a little bit. Now, this time you need a passport. Let's assume that you didn't have a passport and you went all the way to go and get a passport. It's money that you are paying, and you had only gone up to, you didn't go to high school, you had gone only up to class 8, but your minimum work experience is not going to qualify you, and you win. You find that you will feel very bad. So for those people who have not gone to high school, you have to look at what you're doing. Go to that website and know that not all jobs are going to qualify. Not every job is going to qualify there. And if it doesn't qualify, it's okay. You find that you can have a long-term goal, like I said, and go ahead and do have the certificate, and then you can apply for the DV. And so that is a very, very important aspect. Of course, I said when you're applying for the DV, because it's not too late. The end date will be on the 9th. The 9th of November. So we still have days. We still have the days. Today is the 26th of October. So we have like 13 days there to go. And you find that if you still have your passport, you can do the application. And like I said before, if you are married, make sure that you and your wife do the application so that you can have 2 entries. That gives you more chances of winning. Because like I said before, And I don't remember if I introduced myself. My name is Charity, and I live here in the US. I came here with a DV. I won the green card, and I came here with my family. Now, what we had done when we did our application is that we had applied. I had applied myself, and my husband had applied for his. So mine won. So you see, if you had not made 2 applications, maybe if you had only made for my husband, you find that we could not have gotten it. So guys, go do apply if you have not applied. Another thing I want to remind you that I've been reminding people is do not make multiple applications. Don't do that, because if you do that, your passport is an identifier. An identifier means that they look at your passport number, they look at your name, they look at your date of birth, and they will know that you have applied twice. So guys, please do not apply twice. And when I come here, why I come here is to tell you that you can do the application by yourself. You can do the application by yourself. You do not need anybody to do that application for you, as long as you have a passport, a Kenyan passport, and as long as you have the little photos that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, you are good to go. You just need to go to an internet place. You can even use your phone. You can even use your phone to do that. So guys, I need you to go and do the application, because you can do it by yourself. You don't need to pay someone to do it for you, and then someone will hide your confirmation number. The confirmation number is the number that comes after you have filled out all the details and you have submitted. When that confirmation number comes, that one you will keep it very safe, because you will need it. You will need it to check whether you have won. So I am just trying to empower you guys so that you can do it for yourself. You don't need to pay anybody, because I know there are some people out there who have those businesses. When green card comes, they fill out for people and then they hide their confirmation numbers. And then when you win, they tell you, unless you pay 100,000 Kenya shillings, I'm not going to give you your paper, and you have won. Now, green card is free. It is very free, and you can do it for yourself. So what I come to do here, guys, is to empower you so that you can do it for yourself. And you find that after you win the green card, when you come to live here in the US, most of the things you will be doing them by yourself. Nobody is going to be there to help you. You will be given instructions. They always give you all the instructions that you need, but everything you have to do it for yourself when you come and live in the US. It's a little bit different than when you are in Kenya, because when you are in Kenya, sometimes you say, I'm going to go to the cyber guy, they are going to do for me. Now here, there is nothing like that. Everything you do it for yourself. So that's a good point to know. And that is why I come here to tell you about green card. You can apply it and you can win. And why I say that is that when we applied for a green card, I didn't know anybody who lived in the USA. We didn't have relatives. We didn't even have friends. But we applied and we won. And now, after 7 years, I've been here for 7 years, I'm a US citizen. So I know that someone from anywhere, you can win the green card and you can come and live in this great country. It's a great country, guys, because they value everybody, even the young people who you are seeing. I keep in touch with Kenya, and the young people, you see that when they finish school, they don't have jobs. They do not have jobs, and it is sad because they get frustrated, because by the time, I remember when I was finishing high school, I had so many high hopes. The way I was going to college, the way I was going to get a job. But you find that nowadays, someone is finishing school and the only thing that they can do is business. And sometimes business is not doing very well. But on the other hand, if you win a green card and you come to this side, you have a chance even to go to school. Even if you are a parent, you have a chance. Like when I came in, I went to school, even with my kids. And even the young ones, especially when they go to high school, you find that they get jobs. If your child is 16 years old, they will get an ID, they can get a car, and they get a job where they will be going after school for 2 hours. So that person becomes independent. So guys, please try and fill out the DV lottery. And I can see that my friend has put my YouTube channel there. It's called Charities Baba USA. So kindly, guys, you can go and subscribe. Now, I am going to talk about, Ogenga Vincent, my passport is showing I am married, but I applied single. What is the impact of this if I win? Now, did you put your wife there? Because you have to put your wife there. I hope you did. Because if you put your wife there, it's okay. Even if you do not have a marriage certificate, after you have won, you can go and legalize your marriage. But if you put single, you cannot include your wife there. You cannot include them. Mimi meno imetoka karibu yote. Can that disqualify? No. No, in this country, guys, they do not disqualify against any disability. Even if someone has a wheelchair, they have a wheelchair and they have applied and they have won, they will not be disqualified. People do not get disqualified because of any disability. There is a lot of equality and a lot of human rights here that goes on, that you cannot be disqualified when you have any disability. Now, I am going to share a screen here and talk about the photo here in a little bit because I want you guys to know about the photo. So I will share my screen here and we are going to go through the requirements that they need. And then from there, I am going to show you what to do when you have that photo of yours. So I am on the website. This is the website, travel.state.gov. And this is where you are going to apply. I am going to show you where to apply here in a little bit. But let me talk about the photo. What is required on the photo? It must be a color photo. The size it has to be 1 3/8 inches. That is a 2x2, and I am going to show you how a 2x2 looks like. You take within the last 6 months, so don't take an old one. The oldest should be 6 months. Do in a plain white off background, and then you have to face the camera. Do not close your eyes. You have to have a neutral facial expression, no laughing, no frowning, just a neutral facial expression. Make sure that your eyes are open. Wear your normal clothes. Do not wear a uniform even if you are in military. Do not wear a hat or head covering unless you are in religion. Okay, do not wear headphones. Do not wear eyeglasses. If you wear eyeglasses, you have to remove them unless you have had surgery and you have a letter from the doctor showing you that you can wear the glasses now. And then from there, I'm going to show you some photo examples here very fast. See, these are good photos. These are very, very good photos that you can take. Look, the background is white and all this is equal. Don't wear glasses. They say that the size and position of the photo, that one is good. That one is good. This one is not good because they have highlighted this photo. You know the way someone goes and they make the photo more white? That one is a wrong one. It's good, yes, but they have done something to that photo. The pose, this one is very good. Look at this lady. This is a Muslim lady. Even if she's wearing her hijab, you find that the face is not covered. It's not covered. This is a good background. And for the kids, it's a little bit different. Look at that baby. So this one is good. This one is wrong because the hair covers the face. That one is good. This one is wrong because the baby is facing away. This one is good. This one is wrong because the baby is opening her mouth. This one is good. This one is wrong. She's covering her mouth with her hands. This one is wrong because it's blurred and the background is wrong. This one is wrong and this one is wrong. So guys, I need you to know about the photo because that is where people have a problem. And let me stop the screen here so that you guys can see me. So those are the photo requirements. You have to follow those ones before you go to where I am going to show you next. So after you have followed all the instructions of the photo, and maybe you are not sure whether your photo has the best background and you're not sure of the measurements. You're not sure of the measurements, but you have a photo. And when you take your photo, guys, let it be saved on your email or on your phone. Do not have a paper photo. You know that, don't have the paper photo. Have it saved on your phone, or you have it saved on your computer or whatever, or you have it saved on your email. That is very important because I've seen people taking a photo of a photo. No, you cannot take a photo of a photo because a photo of a photo is not going to be the right weight because they have a certain weight that they want that photo to be. So it has to be saved in your computer. Now, you can, if you don't have, if you know, sometimes you're like, maybe I don't have money to go and do that photo. You can use a digital phone, very nice phone. And I'm going to show you in this website. Let me share here so that I can show you, like, if you want to take it with a phone, how you can do. But before that, let's assume that I have a photo, and I'm going to show you a photo that I have saved in my computer so that you know how to do it. So I'm going to share here. Share screen. I have so many screens here that I'm sharing with you guys because I want you guys to know. Now you go to this website. It's called Remove Background from Image. You will see a website that looks like that. It's called Remove BG, remove the background. So your photo man has taken your photo. So after they have taken your photo, you will come to this blue part and you'll say upload image. So you'll click on there and then you will go to your pictures. Now, like I've saved a photo in my pictures here. So I am going to select one photo here. I'm going to select this one and I am going to open it. When I open that photo, you find that when it is like that, it has removed the background. And look at here. This is the original photo. It looked like that. It had all those flowers. But when I click on here, the background has been removed. The background is not there. So after you do that, then you're going to click on here and you will download that photo. You'll clean. Remember, I uploaded it. And when I uploaded it, it immediately changed my background. And then after that, I download it. When you download your photo, you're going to come here, you will open it, and you will have such kind of a photo. Now, what you will do with this photo, see, the background is not there. It is very white and it is very plain, and that is what they want. So what you will do, you will come here, you will save your photo because you really need to save it so that you can use it on the other website to know if it is right. So I am going to save it. I'm going to call it Charity, and I will save it. Let me call it Charity 2. There, so that I can know which one it is. So I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to get this website out. I hope you guys are following me because I am trying to show you the easiest way. If you have a photo that has the wrong background, that you can change it. Remove.bg. You have saved your photo in the computer and you just upload it. It goes to that website and it removes the whole of the background. So you have met that qualification of a white background. Now, after you have done that, you are not sure if your photo is the right measurement, a 2x2. They want a 2x2. And they are very keen on that because when I read the instructions, it says the measurement that they want. Now, what you do with that photo of yours, I'm going to show you I'm going to share the last screen that I have here, and then I can take questions from you guys. So the other screen that I am going to do is called this one, green card photo. Now this green card photo, you find that if you have a phone, and this is where I wanted to go, you don't maybe you don't have money to go and take a digital camera. If you have a phone, make sure that you can take the photo of a person. This is the person the photo is being taken, and this is the person over here. So remember, look at this. Make sure that there is space. This space is even. It is even. Even if they are on the wall, make sure that where you are standing and their face, that there is an even space here. Now, this gives you enough, it gives you enough space if you want to crop that photo. Make sure that if there is a light on top of you, it is not there. That person should stand against a white or off-white wall. And then they should be close to the wall, very, very close to the wall, so that the photo doesn't have shadows, because they do not want a photo that has shadows. And then the photo, it should only include this part, the shoulders. I've seen photos that are all the way up to the tummy. No, they don't want them. They want them all here to the shoulder, and then you can take the photo. And from the person who is taking your photo to you, it should be 4 feet, only 4 feet, so that you can take the right photo. Now, you have gone to this website, you will upload your picture. Remember that picture that I saved here? I think I called it Charity 2. Here. So I will open my photo and it's going to upload. There is my photo. So when you have your photo, what you're going to do is that you're going to take these two green things and you're going to bring them here. You're going to try and crop it so that it just takes your face there. It just takes your face over there. And then you will continue. When you continue, see, it brings a photo inside a little card. This is a permanent resident card. So it tells you that this photo is a 2x2. This photo is a 2x2. So that is how you do it. I hope you guys have gotten that. And if you did not get it very well, in my YouTube channel, Charities Bible USA, I have that video that I have explained the same thing that I have explained to you guys here. about how to do about the photo. Because that photo, if it is wrong and you have on your green card, it will make you to be disqualified. You don't want to be disqualified because of a photo, and that there are ways that you could have done so that you make your photo correct. So I hope, guys, that you have gotten that part about that photo, because that's very important. So what are the requirements when applying for the DV lottery? That is Simeon Magut. The requirements: you must have a passport, your passport, your Kenyan, your traveling passport, and those little photos that I have talked about. And of course, you have to be 18 and above. Those are the requirements for applying for the green card. Will I be allowed to move with all members of my family if I win? Yes, you will, Amina, but make sure that in your first application, you have included all your members of your family, including adopted children, including stepchildren. Everybody must be included there in the first application, because I said you cannot add anybody when you do your application. So you can move, even if you're 10 families, you can. Patrick Mahigi, when I apply and get to the point of submitting, it gets disconnected. Now that one normally is because of the network. It is because of the network. So what you do, you give it some time to see if it's going to give you a confirmation number. If it doesn't give you a confirmation number, if you go back again to apply, you find that when you're typing, it gives you the same things that you had applied until you submit. So you have to give it time and make sure that your internet is good, because if your internet is getting lost, even for a second, that website goes away. So Mutembei TV has put the link there. Yes, that dvprogram.state.gov. That is where you go, and it is very, very, very simple. You just need to put in your name as it's in your passport and all that. Now, Ogenga visited. Kindly, you didn't answer my question. Can I go single if they discover that the passport is written married? Now, that's a hard question, but this is how I am going to answer your question. So, or maybe it will attract questions that I write married on DV and I
lakini niulize, passport kwani inaandikangwa married ama single?
That's what I wondered. Why was it written?
Passport iandikangwa hivyo, sijui
Yeah, because
Ongega
it's
amechukua
only
passport
your information. It's only your, lakini kama aliandika married and he applied by himself, they will not give him. They don't. America doesn't play with family. If you have a family, you have to put your family there. Share the link so that we can view Anthony Wambua. So he's going to share the link there. dvprogram.state.gov. Make sure that you're going to the right website. It must have the GOV at the end, because there are so many websites that are wrong. Now, Joel Mairori, hi Charity, my photo and my wife was good, but my kids, they open mouth. Is that a problem? Yes, I showed you the photo requirements. Go to dvprogram.state.gov and the photo, when you are the first page of the application, they have the photo requirements there, and you will see the photos of the kids. They have to have a neutral expression. Now, I want to talk about a baby who is 1 day to 6 months. Those ones, because you find that those ones, they tend to close their eyes. Those ones, they are not very strict, because that's an infant. But 6 months and above, they have to follow, and they're able to sit up on the car seat. Those ones you really, really, really have to follow those instructions of the photo. So Anthony Wambua, which level is this? What level? I don't know what you're talking about. Just finish your questions so that we can be able to answer. I'm currently in campus. What is my minimum academic qualification? You're doing a degree, so you'll say some degree, because you have not graduated will be your whatever. Will be your minimum academic qualification, because you have already gone to campus, whatever. Now, when you come there, Liz Wamadhani, when you come here with no contact person over there, where would you start and how does it go? Now, when you win your green card, you must have a host. You must have a host, and the host must give you an address of where you're going. So I normally talk about networking. Even if you do not know anybody, start networking with people who can help you. There are so many people that on the website. Some of them are in the US. Start connecting with them right now, because those are the people that you will run to get you a host when you win your green card. So just networking. Even me, I did not know anybody in the US, and I found a host. So guys, you have to have friends with benefits. Friends with benefits are very important, because they help you out when you have a problem. So I want to come to the USA. Yes, fill out the DV program. You'll come to the USA. If you go to my channel, I've talked about other ways that you can come to the US with other visas. But the easiest, guys, is the DV program, because you come and live here. They give you all the paperwork to work, and you're good to go. After 5 years, you apply to become a citizen. So the DV is the best. So triple M medium, can you edit your information after you get the confirmation number? What information do you want to edit? Because you have to double check and triple check before you submit. If it's you cannot edit, because when it's gone, it's gone. You have, when you're doing your application, double check, triple check before you submit to make sure that you're writing the correct information, because you cannot edit the date of birth, you cannot edit your name. If you did your name wrong, then you have to go ahead and go look for an affidavit to explain why you did that. So it's, you cannot, when it's gone, it's gone. When you have submitted, it's gone. You just get a confirmation number and that's it. It's gone. They only give you that one chance. So that's very important for you to double check, triple check. Make sure that you're calm and collected when you're doing your application. It's very, very important for you to be calm and collected. Have everything that you need, your passport, your photos, so that you're doing it in a very calm environment, so that you do the right thing. Okay, Ogenga Vincent, boss inaandikwa, please. I'm sure what I'm saying, please, is written at the end. Oh, I don't understand that one, Mutembe. Help me on that one. PLS. My friend, help me with that one. That question that he's saying is written, please. I don't know what question he's asking.
Hii ni hiyo anasema single.
Oh, you're single.
You're single na married.
Now, if you are married, you have to write that you are married. If you're single, you write that you are unmarried.
No, anasema yani imeandikwa hapo kwa passport.
Kwa passport yake imeandikwa married. Na sasa akifanya application, ameshafanya application already. Have you done your application, Vincent?
Anasema amefanya, ameapply kama single but passport inasema married.
Yeah, they are going to ask him that question. They will ask him that question. They are very keen on those things. That's what they look at. They are going to ask him that question. So yeah. So is it a must for my wife to have a passport? I have one. So if you want your wife to apply, Simon, for a separate entry, they must have a passport. But if you just want to apply and just include your household, it's okay. They don't need to have a passport. Only the primary applicant. The primary applicant is the one who requires the passport at the beginning of application. But after you win, everybody in your family will have a passport. So if your wife is not applying, they do not require to have a passport there. You just need to write that you're married and write their information and their date of birth and where they were born, and that's it. That's all that you need to do that, Simon. So they don't need a passport for that. Now, following, but I am interested, Meshach Hoster, you just need a passport and you need the little photos, but make sure that they are saved in your computer. I have showed you guys how to edit your photo, but it has to follow the instructions first, and then you can do the application. The application is still open. It ends on November 9th. It's a good chance, guys, to apply for the DV because you never know, you can win. You can win the DV and come and live in the US and whatever. So what if I have standard 8 now? Hussein, what I talked about work experience. I talked about that website o.net. That is where you go and put the work that you do. And I said, when you search the job, it has to be a job zone 4 with an SVP of 7 and above. So if it is a job zone 3, it is disqualified. If it is a job zone 2, it's disqualified. I think that's a way for them to disqualify people who have not gone to high school. Simon Tambo, I want to talk to you please now. My YouTube channel is Charities Baba USA. So when you go there, you will find me there. I am there all the time. That's where you can find me on that YouTube channel, and please subscribe to my channel. Now, how do I get a passport? When you go to, of course, if you're in Kenya, you just need to apply with the immigration, and then you can get your passport. I believe it takes 6 weeks to get a passport. What if I have 2 wives? Now, this is a very good question about 2 wives. Now, Wycliffe, if you have 2 wives, it's okay to have 2 wives, but you will have to select only one to do the application with. You'll only have to select one to do the application with. If your wives want to do the application, you find that they can do separate applications and put you as their husbands. Every wife can put you as their husbands, but you cannot put 2 wives. US does not recognize a person, polygamy, for people to marry 2 people. You can only have wife here in the US. So you will write that one wife. But they still have a lot of respect for culture. It's not that because those are their laws that they will discriminate you. No. But when you're filling the DV, you only write one wife, and then your wives, they can apply and write you as their, claim you as their husbands, and that's how it goes. So when you win, you'll put that. But if you have stepchildren, children, make sure that you put all of them. Now, how much is the passport? I believe it's 6,000 Kenya shillings. The passport is 6,000 Kenya shillings currently. I've talked to people and they have told me 6,000. Simon Magud, thanks so much for your feedback. I will try my luck. Yeah, try your luck and you can get it. I won it for the first time. I just applied and I got it. So guys, go apply for the green card. Collins Minor, hi Charity, do you have to produce a passport? Yes, your passport, actually what they need is the information in the passport. That's what they need. That is why they're required to have a passport, and make sure that it is current. It is not expired. It is current. It is not expired. Even if you apply today and it expires next week, it has to be valid. But if it expires next week, you have to go and take another one. And when you take another one, retain the old one and the new one. Okay? You have to do that. Liz Wamadhani, you have a good soul. Thank you for that compliment. Thank you for that compliment. So Anthony Wambua, since I have applied with an old passport, but I'm planning to replace with a new one, will it be possible to travel using the new one? Yes, it will, but don't lose the old one. Do not lose it, and do not lose the receipt that they will give you when you go to apply for the new one. Do not, because they will require all that documentation. When you fill out your DS-260, they notify you to send additional information, additional documents. So you will have to send copies of the old passport, the new passport, and the copies of the receipts. Do not send the originals, because the originals, you will go with them to your visa interview. You'll go with them to your visa interview. So you have to know that. So Samuel Magud, God bless you so much. Thank you for that. I really appreciate. At least Wamadhani ati alafu mnafanana na Wamuradha. Unamjua? Oh, yule Wamuradha. I know her. I know her. I follow her a lot. So Dada Mkubwa, you will go without education. Or I said, if you don't have education, you must have work experience, guys. You must have work experience, and not all jobs qualify. So I need you to go to that website and check. Kefra Marori, what if my passport is due to expire? Would my application be still valid? I said at the time of application, it must be valid. At the time of application. After you have applied, then you can go and replace it and keep all the documents, because they will ask for those for documents. So apply now before it expires. Now, what of jobs? Where do I search for the job of teaching? Kindly please. Now, even if you are in a profession, you are a teacher, you are a doctor, you are a nurse, when you come to the US, you cannot practice without a license. You cannot. So what you will do is that you will come here, you'll do just the normal jobs, because jobs are there, and then you can tell them, I am a teacher, I want to go and do the board exam that they normally give. Every state is different, and then you can be licensed. Even doctors, you cannot come from there that you're a doctor. Even if you're a doctor for 20 years, they won't let you practice in the US without a license. You have to be licensed. And for you to get the license, there's a test that you do. Like me, I am a nurse. When I went to school, I had to do a board exam to get licensed to practice in the US. So even if you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're a pilot, whatever you are, you work with a license. So you will have to do an exam so that you get a license to come and work. And sometime when you're a teacher, you have to do some courses in school. Now, Ronald Ernest, there's some where you asked to fill a postal zip code. So my question, are you required to fill the two or just one, if enough? And another place you are asked to fill district or country. Now, this question about the mailing address, it's always there. Now, guys, I need you to put an address, even if it is for your church, even if it is for your friend, put it there. And when you are the distance, or let's assume you're living in Nairobi, you just say Nairobi. You just say that you live in Nairobi. You can write Nairobi and Nairobi. Now, for the zip code, because the zip code works here in the US, it works here in the US, just write 254. 254, the beginning of the number, the phone number, that 254, write that one. You'll be okay, because nobody is going to contact you through the mail when you win your green card. So just write, even if it's from your church or from whatever. Do not stress on this question, because this question really bothers a lot of people. Now, even if it's for your friend, ask for an address, put it there, and the zip code, write 254. But when you win your green card, guys, they will ask you for an address. Now, when you're filling out the next form after you win, That address that they will ask for you, that one will be very important, and I will walk you through that after you win the green card. Now, Dada Mkubwa, I have a passport, but I not go to school, but I know English. What there now? If you, I don't know what level you reached, but I said if you have not reached high school, you have to have minimum work experience. Now, if you do not know English, what they do is that you tell them when you're filling out your DS-260, they will ask you what is your first language. Is your first language English? If you say as another language, maybe it's Swahili or whatever, they will get you an interpreter. They are very good at that. And in your DS-260, you will explain. If you do not understand the English, it's okay, because you find that people come from Iran and they come and live in the US. How do they survive? Even we have people from Spain who come and live in the US and they don't know English, because they have interpreters. You will have an interpreter. Even when you're going to the doctor's office, you will be sent with an interpreter to interpret what the doctor is saying. And then when you come here, if you want to go and study English, you will go and do something called ESL, and even for your kids, and they will help you until you get there. So it doesn't matter even if they understand that people do not know English. I remember there was a time that I went to a hospital. They didn't know whether I knew English or not. They were ready to get me an interpreter, but I told them that I knew English. So don't worry about that. So Wycliffe Ombiro Mauti, thank you so much for the feedback. I will apply next year and I believe that I win. Yes, if you're not ready this year, it's okay. You can apply next year and you'll be good to go. Okay, will I get a teaching vacancy in English literature? Yes, you can, but you have to go back and do an exam to be licensed. You cannot come from Kenya and come and teach here without being licensed. You have to be licensed, and sometime you have to go to school. Now, hi, I cannot get access to my son's passport photos from previous relationship. Now I have another family with kids. How can this affect me in my DV application? Now they require you to put in your step kids, but sometimes there's some relationships that you cannot. There's nothing you can do about it because those people are gone. I would, if like you really don't have whatever, you really don't have a contact or a way to reach those people, then you can just forget about it, because you don't want to go through all that hurdle. You don't want to do that hurdle. But there's always a risk, because if that spouse decided to follow you and say that you didn't put the kids, then you be in trouble. But if you have, there's those relationships that are just bad and you don't even have any contact, I wouldn't even consider contacting those people. But if you have a good relationship and those are your kids, you have to include them. And when you include them, the kids, you just need to write the date of birth, and you have their photos or whatever. If their parents do not want them to come, maybe if their mother does not want them to come, they will not be forced to come to the US. They will not be forced to come to the US. But if it is unrepairable and it is, there are those relations, there is nothing you can do about it. It's bad. Then just do what you have. Do with what you have, because Africa is different. It's not like here in the US. You find that Africa, when people they part, they go their ways and they don't talk to each other or whatever. It's different. Now, when you come to the US, it's a little bit different, because when you divorce and you have kids, you will still talk to each other. You will still have visitation. The man who had married you will still come to see his kids. And if he doesn't come to see his kids or pay child support, he will be taken to court. So it's a little bit different. And here they are following the US laws. So that's why they require you to write those kids. But I know in Africa, sometimes it's so hard and it's so bad. So I would just do with what I feel is best at that time. Now, Ogenga Vincent, what if I apply with a passport and then it got lost? Then by the time you win, you have a new one. What about the case? Now, if it got lost, it's okay. When it gets lost, it's like ID. You go and report that it has gotten lost. You get that OB number and that notification. You go and apply a new one. They give you receipts when you have paid. They give you a tracking number. You have all that paperwork and you have your new passport. Now, all those papers that I have talked about, they would be the receipts. Keep them, because those are your supporting documents to show that your passport got lost and then you got a new one. So those are important. So don't lose them. It can get lost. It's okay. There are humans there in the American embassy, but you have to show support that it got lost. After it got lost, I did ABCD, and that's why I have a new one. So that will not be a problem if you have supporting document. Okay. So how can I share this link kindly? If it's my YouTube channel is Charities Bible USA. That's my YouTube channel. And the link for the DV program is dvprogram.state.gov. Now, David Kate Okiki, Kisses tell Kenyans the secrets. They are always lucky. Now, it's not that they are always lucky. Guys, the DV lottery is 55,000 visas that are allocated in in regions. There are 6 regions, and every region gets 7%, and they do not get more than that. Now you find that Kisis, what I have learned about them is that they have that heart of calling their people. So if one person wants green card and there's a graduation, they call their family members. If there is a wedding, they call their family members. If there is a funeral, they call their family members. So that's why you find that there are so many Kisis, because they really, really like they really like to extend with their families. So you find that when you go to talk to them, not all of them have come here with green card. You find that someone was invited to come for a graduation, another one had come for a wedding, but there are many. That's why there are so many, because they have that heart of family. They reach out to their family members and they are able to bring them here. So that's what I have noted about them. So Quincy Angel Tabs, I'm a single mother of 2. Can I get a green card with them? Yes, absolutely. You can get a green card. It's not discrimination. Go apply and put your kids there, and you will get selected. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're single or whether you are a single father with a child. Go do the application. Follow the instructions. All they want you to do is to follow the instructions to the T. You have to follow the instructions. Otherwise, if you do not follow the instructions, you will be disqualified. Especially in the photo, you'll be disqualified. Now, Wycliffe Ombiro Mauti, one more question, kindly. How do you choose the state that you want to live in? And now, what happens is that one is really, really guided by your host, because where you get a host is where you will go to live. But that does not mean that you're stuck there. You can go live there, and then you research about other states and move out. You can always do that. So the host really determines where you're going to go. So because you have to have a host, you must have a host when you win the DV lottery. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Just Motari, I don't have a passport yet. Can I be able to apply? No, you can't apply without a passport. You can't apply. So what you will do, you will apply your passport, and then you will wait for next year. There will be another DV, and we will come here. We will talk about it, and we will do the application when you have the right requirements. They require a passport for you, for the primary applicant, to do the application for the DV. You must have that one. That's a must-have. It's a must-have for you to have a passport. And the little photos, I talked about those instructions. Those instructions must be followed. If you want to increase your chances of winning, they must be followed. So all is not lost. Even if you don't do the application for right now, you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
Na hapa umesema kama mtu ako na bibi 10 they can apply, kila bibi apply na eke mzee. Yes. What happens? Wote
wakiwin sasa, si ni mmoja tu ataclaim mzee wake, so wataenda watasema this is our house.
Wengine walikuwa wamejaza mzee wao, so
it's okay. Sasa mzee anaweza enda na bibi mmoja, because sasa hao ni bibi wao. But this is the thing, whatever, kama uko na bibi 10 ndio wa recognize hizo marriage, wata recognize wale wako na marriage certificate, because I know Kenya they are allowed to marry many wives, so they do not dispute the culture. They really respect people's culture. Kwa hivyo kama uko na marriage certificate zao bibi wako ni sawa, but sasa wale bibi zako utachukua tu mmoja, utaenda na mmoja yule uko na documents, because some people they just marry and they don't have the paper.
No, nauliza swali on the part of the women. If women ndiye amejaza akasema niko na huyu mzee, mwingine akajaza akasema niko na huyu mzee, they will go for the interview at the end of the day.
Yes, they will go for the interview.
So
kama ni bwana yako ni bwana yako.
Will I accompany them then yeye niseme nilikuwa na huyu mwingine nishawini huku na huyu pia ni bibi yangu?
Utawa company kwa sababu wewe ni bwana yao, but lazima uko na marriage certificate. Kila bibi uko na marriage certificate yake ndio useme huyo ni bibi yako. Si yule bibi ati ni bibi yangu hata kama mwa 20 years na hauna marriage certificate, hawataitikia, they won't agree. Yeah, they will not. They are not. So can you apply without having a passport? No, you cannot. You cannot apply. That's a new requirement that started. Actually, when we did our application 7 years ago, we didn't require a passport. But right now, a passport is a must. You must have it for you to do your application. Okay, must my kids have passports too? No. But they require the photos. The photos, they have to follow the guidelines of the photos. Save them in your computer. Make sure that they are good. And then you upload them. Excuse me. You upload them to whatever. So they do not require passports at the time of application. They don't. How sure, Bernard Ombati, are we go whether we can go to the USA? I have applied 5 times, but in vain. Now, excuse me, it's a DV lottery. A DV lottery means ni mchezo unaenda ndio win. So you can win or you cannot win. And what I tell people is that do the application and forget about it. Wait for Wait for May to see if you have won. And because it's not costing you anything, even if you have applied 5 times or whatever times, do it again. You never know. Maybe the 6th time is when you are going to win. Because there's some people who have applied 9 times. The 10th time is when they won. So because it's not costing you money, you don't pay. If you just continue doing the application, don't get tired. You never know. Maybe next time is going to be your time. So you can go. Me, I applied my first application. I got it. It depends. It depends. You see, but I would not give up. I would still do the application. If not, there are other visas that I've talked about that you can do the application and you can get. Now, Timothy Kimei, thanks. Now I know I couldn't apply for 2022, but 2023 I am applying. So this one that we are applying currently is DV 2023. Next year is going to be DV 2024 because it is processed on the next year. It is processed on the next year. Now, like the people who won in May, theirs is DV 2022 because they are processing it from October to September of next year. Their year starts in October and it ends in September. So, yes, do the application and fingers crossed, you win the DV, you come and live in the US. Quincy Angotabs, what about those photos that you're talking, please? Now, I said those photos, when you go to take them, it has to be a 2x2. Now, if you go back to this video and watch from the beginning, I talked about the requirements and I talked about how you check if your photo is right. And then they have to be saved in your computer. So when you're going to do your application, it will tell you choose a photo. So when it tells you to choose a photo, the photo that you have saved in the computer is what you will put there. You will choose it and you will upload there and save it there so that you can be good. So I've talked about the photo in the beginning. So is it a first come, first served application? No, it's not. The DV lottery is computer randomized. The computer selects. But before it does the selection, what it does is that they eliminate the people who have made mistakes. They eliminate them. And then the people who have done it correctly, those are the ones who go to the pool whereby the computer selects. Now, after you win the DV, what will matter when you're going for the interview for the visa to be available is your case number. The lower the case number, and I normally give very, very easy numbers. Maybe if your number is a 10 and the other person, the number is a 20, the 10 will go first because the case number, the lower the case number, the higher the chances of you getting a visa first. But in the application, it is not first come, first served. It's computer randomized. It's computer randomized, and you just wait until May to see if you're selected. So there is no first come, first served. Is there a limit in time once one wins a lottery? When you're selected in May, normally what happens is that you will wait for them to send you a second notification letter. The second notification letter depends on your case number again. Now it can be in September, it can be in October, it can be November, it can be in January up to October of the other year. So it depends on your case number. And then if the people who won in May, the people who won their green card in May, this May, they have the whole year up to next year, October. If you do not get a notification, that means that you are not going to get a visa, because not everybody gets a visa, because the people who apply for the DV are more than those visas. So not everybody will get it, but we always hope that you get it, because like us, we got our second notification for our interview in January. We got it in January after winning in May. So it depends. But if that whole year ends, then you will not get it. Yeah.
So unamaanisha mtu anaweza win the green card na bando akose kuitwa?
Yeah, unaweza win green card na usipate, kwa sababu wale watu wanakuanga wamejaza ni wengi kushinda zile cards. Ziko 55,000 na zimegawanishwa na regions. Na kila region inapata 7%. It's 6 regions. Every region inapata 7%. So hawawezi sema kwa sababu ati Africa ati walikuwa na whatever, wako na watu wengi ati watatoa hii region wapatiana. Hapana. There are those chances watu wana win na they don't party. Na ndio na alafu kuna wengine wana win alafu wanatumiwa notification ya kwenda kuprocess, wanakosa pesa. So kama umekosa pesa, watachukua hiyo visa yako watapatia ule mtu mwingine, because kuna wengine they still win na hawana pesa ya kuprocess, because you still need a lot of money to do the processing. Yeah.
So ukisha win hakuna vile you can try kuspindisha the process?
No. It depends on your case number. Na unajua watu wana communicating na email. so unagoja wakuandikia email, so you just wait. That's the only thing you can do, just wait. Na uwezi waandikia ati uambie ati whatever. No, you can't. I have come in late. What do you mean by the case number? Now, when you win your green card, when you have been selected in May, you will find that the notification, that paper that says you have been selected, will have a number on the right hand up on top. Now that number is your case number, and everything that you're doing from that time up to the time you will go to get a visa, they will go with your case number. Now you can have a low case number and a high case number. That means that because there are only 55,000 visas, they give them from number 1 to 55,000. See what I mean? So let's assume that your number is 10,000 and another person's number is 20,000. You find that the person whose number is 10,000 is going to have a visa, has the probability of getting a visa faster than the person who is 20,000. But those 55,000 visas are not for Africa only. They are not. They are for 6 regions, and every region gets 7%. And if that is what is allocated to you, that is what you will get. So after you win, they give you a number called a case number. They give you a case number, so that is what you go with for you to be whatever. So like how much money for the whole process. Now I like to talk about how much money we used. So it was we had 2 kids and my husband. We used roughly 800,000 Kenya shillings. That's what we used to do the whole process, because we had to go get passports, we have to go do the medical, we have to go and pay for the visa. At that time, I remember we paid every visa, we were paying 30,000. So 4 visas is 120,000, and of course you have to pay for the airfare, and the airfare depends on the climate. At that time, I think we paid like 78,000 each person for the fare. So it's roughly, especially in a group of 4 people, we used like 800,000 Kenya shillings. So you can range. If it's 1 person, I would say like 200,000. That's what you're gonna spend in the whole process. So you can calculate in that range and see how much. Although the prices have changed. So this year, I will be the first to be selected. Yes, that is the spirit. You'll be the first one to be selected. So that is the spirit, guys. Yeah, you always have to be positive in whatever that you're doing. You always have to be positive. Okay, nilicheza green card na watoto wakafungua mdomo. Naweza toa hizo picha za watoto. Zile picha za watoto lazima wakuwe wako na just a neutral smile. Wasikuwa wamefungua mdomo, kwa sababu what they want to know ni ile uso inakaaje. Hiyo ndio inakuanga very important. Wanataka kujua how do you look like in your face. Now that's the most important thing for them. So lazima wakuwe tu wako neutral.
I think the question hapa ni kuwa alijaza kama picha za watoto wamefanya nini?
Kama wamefungua mdomo.
So anauliza kama there is a way anaweza ingia hapo tena edit.
Ikishaenda imeenda. When it's gone, it's gone. If you manage to secure or rather chosen, and you have got kids below 18 years, are they supposed to get passports too, or what is supposed to be? Yes, they're supposed to get passports. And like I said, guys, you apply for kids who are below 21 years. Kama mtoto wako wako na 20 years and a half, 20 years and 9 months, 20 years and 11 months, huyo unamamplyia, kwa sababu hata huyo ako considered. Hata akifikisha 21 kama umewin, bado mtaenda na yeye. Lakini kama amefikisha 21 years old, yule hautamweka pale, because that's an adult. So that's a good thing for you guys to know. But when you win, all of them must have passports. How can I apply when my husband is in the States with only a work permit and not a citizen? Now you can apply. You can do the application. Even your husband can do the application. And if he wins, then he can process, especially if he wins here. If your husband applied when he's here and he wins, he will just go to contact the immigration office nearby, and then they can tell him the process. Okay. Now, if he wins, if you win, you're the one who won June. So your husband will have to come home, and then you guys can process, and then you can come back to the US. But since your husband has contact with the US, he still has to contact the immigration to tell them what to do. Because if you're home, there is no way you'll come to the US without US being processed. And since it's your husband, they have to come to you for them to do the processing. But that one, they will still have to ask the immigration office how to go about it. So that would not, that would not be a problem. And I want to talk about the work. If they had come specifically with that visa for working, it's okay. But if they had come as a visitor and they went to work, there could be a problem. They would be forced to answer so many questions. So you have to be very keen of that. Okay, hopefully currently as administration is not like of Trump, it's better, guys. It's better. I would say that is better. Of course, the cost of living has gone high, but it's better. It's better. I would say that it's better. Can I apply a green card using my identity? No, you can't. You cannot use your identity card. It has to be a traveling passport. A traveling passport. That is a requirement. Can you please share the entry link to the lottery, please? Now, dvprogram.state.gov. What if I apply without my family? That is Bigtula Samuel. Then I win. What happens? You must include your family when you're doing the application. They do not want you to leave your family. You don't want to leave your family in Kenya and then you come and live here in the US. And you have to look for lawyers for you to be able to bring your children here and answer so many questions for you to be able to bring your children here. No, just put them there. You know, it doesn't matter. Just put them there. And then when you win, all of you come and you benefit. They want everybody to benefit in the green card. That is why they are saying you have step kids, put them there. You have adopted kids, put them there. They want all that. That's what they want. Yeah. So if they realize that you hid your kids, they will not give you the visa. Mtoto wangu Mwirori Wangari wa kwanza ako na miaka 3, wa pili ako na miezi 4 na wote walifungua mdomo. Sasa nitafanya nini sasa? Just wait. Don't stress about it. The 4 months is okay. The 4 months is okay. Just wait until you are selected, and then you can stress about that later. Don't let it give you trouble. Don't let it give you trouble because you have already done it, and there is no way of you there's no way of you like retrieving that information and whatever. There is no way for you to do that. Just wait. The 4 months is fine. 4 months they don't care because that's just a baby. 3 years, just wait. We don't stress about it. I don't want you to stress about it. Defenado Deformer. So the link piece, dvprogram.state.gov. dvprogram.state.gov is the link where we go to do the application.
I think hiyo link iko kwa comment section, wakitafuta wataipata hapo.
Yeah.
And now, Charity, because now we are past 1 hour, I wanted you to give us your final remarks. Sijui tutakuita tena ukuje utufunze nini tena.
We need to have a schedule. So guys, what I can tell you is that always be positive in your life. Even if you have applied so many times, be positive. Because you never know, this might be your time. Be positive, even in whatever that you're doing out there in Kenya. If today you go to work and you don't get it, tomorrow is going to be a better day. So guys, I need you to apply, follow the instructions. Go to Charities Baba USA, my YouTube channel, and watch other videos about other visas and other ways that you can come and live in the US, because this is an awesome and great country that you can come and live with. Yeah, it's awesome. So don't give up on anything in whatever that you're doing. Just do not give up. Do it right. Do it right, even whatever that you're doing. And after you do the DV application, forget about it. Don't stress about it. Forget about it completely. And when the results come, whatever you find, if you're selected, well and good. If you're not selected, move on. Because there's always another chance to do it, guys. There's always another chance to do it, because I want to come here and still encourage you, because I know there are some people who will apply and they will not be selected. I do not want them to go into depression or whatever. No. When you do the application, forget about it. Go on with your life. And then when we check, if you have won, it's okay. If you have not won, there are other ways that you can come to the US. There are other ways that you can come to the US. You only need to find a way. And that is why I have my YouTube channel to try and give you the tips for you to know how you can do, you can apply for the other visas, guys. So just thank you for being with us for that whole hour, for listening. Thank you very much. So how can I apply? And now, when is the deadline? November 9th is going to be the deadline. So you have to apply before November 9th. Yeah. My child was looking down. It's okay, guys. Just don't stress on that stuff. Don't stress. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stress on it. You have already done your application. Just wait on God. That's what I can say. So be blessed. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate. I do. I applied mine today, hoping for the best. Yes, Monica, hope for the best. You'll get there. You will get there.
Thank you sana, Charity. Sijui tutakuleta lini.
I think next week. I think we can begin Wednesday. Yeah. We just make it like a routine that way. That way they can know.
Because tunamaliza green card. I want you to come where the other ways za kupiga US.
Yeah, that they can come. Yeah, there are so many visas that you can apply and just
come. Na zile jobs watu wanaweza pata huko.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to talk about that too. Yeah.
So I will call you another day, then we plan na tukuje hapa live.
Yes.
Meanwhile guys, thank you so much and good night. Mlale
Yeah.
poa. Sisi na Charity tunawaacha sasa.
Yeah. Thank you.